You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Monday the 10th of November, 2025. It is 49 days after the fall equinox. It is 41 days before the winter solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 20th day of Brumaire, the day of the Herse, the harrow. The sun rises today at 6:37 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 11:40 a.m. The sun sets today at 4:42 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:11 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 5:44 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 9 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 56% full at midday. The third quarter will arrive on Wednesday, the 12th of November. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 1:37 a.m., 1 meter 40. In the morning, low tide, 7:26 a.m., 18 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 1:52 p.m., 1 meter 62. In the evening, low tide, 8:18 p.m., 6 centimeters. This is the Monday Reservoir Report for New York City. The Delaware watershed, Cannonsville, 44% full. Papacton, 63%. Neversink, 67%. Rondout, 91%. The Catskill watershed, Schoharie, 42%. Ashokan, 70%. The Croton system, 95% full. In our shared realm of plants and animals, underneath the pin oaks near the Astoria houses, there are great blankets of fallen brown leaves. And as the leaf fall reaches its climax, more and more trees are bare, which makes one consider how different the bark is on all of our street trees. The London planes, which have lost most of their leaves by now, have such smooth bark, and it peels off in small, irregular sections. The pattern this leaves behind is very much like a camouflage pattern, organic and irregular. But the colors. Each tree has a slightly different palette. Grayish-brown, olive-green, bright ochre on one tree. On another, a study in grays and tans. High up, some of the tallest trunks and branches are almost a pure light cream color. How these patterns and colors come to the fore once the leaves have gone. Commemorations. Annals of New York City. On this day in 1674, the Dutch colony of New Netherlands became the British province of New York. At the conclusion of the Third Anglo-Dutch War, the Treaty of Westminster definitively handed the city and its hinterlands up the Hudson into British hands. The new English governor arrived in the city on the 10th of November to take the reins of government from the Dutch governor, Anthony Colve. A chilling anniversary, never to forget. On this day in 1898, white supremacists overthrew the mixed-race local government in Wilmington, North Carolina. It is the only armed coup d'etat to take place in the history of the United States. The era of Reconstruction was coming to a close, and the system of segregation and Jim Crow was ascending to power in the South. The town of Wilmington, however, still had a duly elected, mixed-race government. A mob of white men descended on the town and took it. In the ensuing violence, they murdered 60-some people and burned homes and stores owned by black residents, including the local black newspaper. And they published a White Declaration of Independence that declared that they would not consent to be governed by any person of African descent. A brutal end to the hopes and dreams of Reconstruction. A happy anniversary. On this day in 1969, Sesame Street debuted on National Educational Television, the predecessor of the Public Broadcasting Service. Happy anniversary to Kermit and Big Bird and Bert and Ernie and the whole Sesame Street family. On this day in 1975, the SS Edmund Fitzgerald sank during a storm on Lake Superior. The captain, Ernest McSorley, perished along with 28 of his crew. The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald is commemorated in the folk rock ballad by the Canadian singer-songwriter Gordon Lightfoot. Today is the 50th anniversary of the release of Patti Smith's album Horses. Congratulations, Patti Smith, on this anniversary. And finally, we remember the Japanese dog, Hachiko, born on this day in 1923. His owner, Hidesaburo Ueno, was a professor who commuted each day by train. Hachiko would walk down to the Shibuya station each night to welcome his master home. One day, Ueno died while at work. Hachiko continued each day for the next 10 years to wait at the train station for his master to return. A testament to loyalty and love. And that is the Observatory, Monday the 10th of November, 2025.